Choreographer Cameron Fraser Monroe is making history while sharing a legend dear to his heart. The Tla'amin First Nation member has created the Royal Winnipeg Ballet's first dance, choreographed by an Indigenous person on its main stage. It tells a story he says he's lucky to have heard growing up.
Tall, Wild Man of the Woods, opens on a village where children are being kidnapped after dark and never heard from again until a young woman ventures to save her sister. So she follows Tall up into the woods and finds all of these children glued to the ground, waiting to be cooked and eaten by Tall.
Fraser Monroe is the current choreographer in residence at Canada's premier ballet company. He's worked all his life to get here, performing traditional dances like hoop and grass dance since he was 3 years old.
I bring all of those influences into my choreographic voice. So First Nation styles of dance, Ukrainian dance, ballet, contemporary, it all makes it on stage when I'm choreographing.
Tall, the Wild Man of the Woods, is also unique for having narration. Ballet goers will hear the tale spoken in both English and Ayajutham, a Salish language spoken on the West Coast. Narrator and 94-year-old elder Elsie Paul is one of the few fluent speakers of Ayajutham.
I think what's special about telling this story is that it was maintained by Elder Elsie Paul. It was passed down in Ayajutham, which is my language. And the only way to get that story up until a certain point when she wrote it down was to go and hear it from her. And that survived residential schools, that survived the potlatch ban. And so to be able to share it with an audience of 2,000 a night is really a huge growth and a really exciting time to pass down our oral history.
All the artistic collaborators Fraser Monroe hired on for the performance are Indigenous, including Navajo costume designer Asa Benally and cellist and composer Chris Dirksen.
I know that there's been some other attempts at Indigenous ballet, and I think this is the first time that this Indigenous ballet is actually done by Indigenous people, and I think that's something really cool and really important to note.
Dirksen is from Treaty 8 in Alberta. The Juno Award-nominated cellist will be performing her pieces live alongside the Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra during the performance.
There's also a lot of electronic elements. A lot of my looped cello stuff is in there as well. So it's kind of a mixture between like super traditional classical with added powwow and electronic soundscapes.
Dirksen says that the music tells a big part of the ballet.
If you're going to come to the ballet with an open heart, knowing that we're giving you something completely 100% new and true to ourselves.
You can catch Tall, the Wild Man of the Woods at the Centennial Concert Hall until April 28th. Sav Jonesa, APTN National News, Winnipeg.